FrostbyteLabs here. As the title suggests, the channel will be coming to an end. I'm basically gonna just real quickly, for the people who care, for the few who care, and for maybe future reference, because I plan on keeping the channel up, just talk about who I think I am at this stage in my life, why I started the channel, what were the milestones, what did we do, who did we interact with, what was the impact, what's been going on offline, why it's ending, and what the planned farewell is going to be. Possibly some behind the scenes things that I've never spoke about. Talking about content. Where will FrostbyteLabs content be in the future? And where you can find me in the future if you'd like to keep in touch or catch up. And overall, this isn't a sob story. I really thoroughly enjoyed everything with FrostbyteLabs. And I'm looking forward to the farewell, and I hope you do too. I hope you show up. We got some things planned, so I'll go over that in a bit. Basically just going to go through some random collectibles that I have sitting around and ramble away. I should actually have the turtle in here, but I don't, so move that back there. So as far as upcoming content, just real quickly, I'm planning on doing a rip and chill, the last OG original style, where we go through the recent content and rip some packs, talk. It'll be a good one. I'm gonna try to put some effort forward to make that one a good one. As some of you may know, Rip and Chill was sort of created when MetaZoo was dead, and I was like, hey, here's an easy way to just have a weekly check-in with everyone, see how everyone's doing. And yeah, I think we're well past 20. As far as the other envelopes, there will be a live where I will just rip every single one of the last Rip and Chill envelopes with all of y'all. It'll be my last live. So it was this stream, FrostbyteLabs is live, which was the first time that I actually went live and packed all those Rip and Chill envelopes. Try to put some randomization in it, have some fun with it. These MetaZoo stuff episodes were pretty much just generating different aura types of Mothman, and then just giving a spot for people to talk while the bankruptcy was going on, and always worth a watch. This is just kind of sorting through bulk and mini sets. Funko Slumpkin in there. This was us just kind of having fun. Friendsgiving was really fun. We had Escaped Alien, Steve's Collectibles, KBDX Tokyo. What else am I missing? What else is in there? There's seriously so many people. Cryptid Keeper? What is that? Is Cryptid Keeper in there? Not sure. MetaZoo Menace. Anyways, maybe I'd like to do a recap. One of the other videos that I'm planning on doing was a favorite moments from 2024 video that I had created, I don't know, 6-7 months ago, and never posted it, but it just has random snippets that I liked. And like I said, some of this is just for reference in the future to look back on. But yeah, maybe I'll go through some of these and actually pull out all the people who showed up in the live streams, because there's definitely a lot more than we ever had expected. And let's see, videos. As always, you can go back and see. First video at FrostbyteLabs talks about why I started the channel. And just kind of Nightfall. Nightfall, I think, was one of the major boxes that I liked, even though UFO was the first one that I had actually bought. White Bison video, and then Netflix randomly promoted MetaZoo when it was in the bankruptcy. So yeah, 3D printing the grays, going all in on MetaZoo. Why won't MetaZoo die? Lots of good videos. Again, just planning to keep them all up. I mean, why not, right? The Mothman Marathon, that was fun. Good times, y'all. Good times. But anyways, let's get to why is it ending? So ultimately, I found MetaZoo because I sort of got back into Pokemon. Kids were asking about some binders, asking about cards. I had given them stacks of Pokemon cards, and they threw them in binders. And my daughter was like, "Hey, can we go get a new binder?" So she was the first one that I got a real nice modern binder, and she was just sleeving the cards, putting them in there in their own arrangement, and then it kind of brought my attention out a little bit. 151 kind of kicked off, which we'll just kick back to the Pokemon cards for this section. 151 was really what kind of got me back into TCGs. So, but I always had my original binder of Pokemon cards. So yeah, and then I was basically looking around. I don't know why I was looking at why should I keep some 151 sealed, because it was, I think the UPCs were $99. So I had bought a bunch, and I was like, I wonder if I should keep a couple of these sealed, but they're kind of bulky, you know. So I started looking up sealed products, and of course I found Alpha Investments. Rudy from Alpha Investments. That's right. And I was mainly looking at one of his videos on dead games, or why games might die. And he had mentioned MetaZoo and something about it, you know, with the talk about kind of like cryptid lore plus the goofy mechanics, got me to look into it, and I was absolutely hooked. And I mean, the red border thing, I didn't even think about it too long. I actually ended up liking it pretty quickly. There's a 151. It's probably one of my favorites that I could just randomly pick up for $5 or $10. I remember pulling this. This was a 7-Eleven. Picked that up from a 7-Eleven, the original pack. Remember, I was like 8. I was probably 9 years old. Walk up into the store with a $20 bill and buy a pack. And I remember the guy at the counter was like, $20, that's a lot of money. How'd you get $20? But yeah, I do remember pulling that. And this is from a Target pack. And Eevee was always my favorite back in the day, just because it could evolve into different forms. But yeah, as far as starting the channel, you know, MetaZoo at that point, going back to MetaZoo was dead. I had just recently absolutely fallen in love with it, and I thought the game was actually really fun. Me and my son have played like easily 40 games since I got into it, and that was, I mean, when I started buying into it, I definitely thought that war was going to show itself, and I definitely got the understanding that there was going to be some like Pokemon-esque throwback vibes to Gym Heroes, which just got me excited. I mean, I really love the cards. Like, if you could just continue on, you know, this style, but with things that you love instead of a bunch of Pokemon that you don't know what they are. You know, I was absolutely hooked. I love the holo foil. I love the UFOs. And as you can see, these are some of my favorite cards. None of these cards even have blood. I mean, I'm not really even into gore whatsoever. Just more into the cryptid lore and how detailed all the cards were. And I know I'm rambling on and on about this, but yeah, that's kind of why I started the channel, right? I wanted to give a good footing to the game, thinking that potentially maybe it would continue, because I would have loved to see more sets and cards. And yeah, so as of today, I think we're at 135 subs, which is crazy to me. I really thought I was just going to get to maybe 15 and then the channel would kind of die off, but people have responded really well to the videos. KBD. And yeah, they just always encouraged me to continue to go forward when I felt like maybe it was time to go. Fortunately, it's time for me to go. As far as this channel goes, it's just not the same. I mean, back to the original reason of the channel, it's just not the same. And, you know, honestly, I really wish the best for Meta2 and the game, and I hope the IP continues, and I'm looking forward to a game and a TV show and all the possibilities, but I'm not going to collect the new game. You know, I'm not going to collect the new cards because this is what I truly fell in love with. And if it's not the thing, if it's not the same thing, it's not the same thing. You know, we've been hearing a lot of people in the community basically saying just move on. And I guess they're right. It took me a while to realize that. You know, I was still buying. I bought a couple of the new booster boxes. I haven't even ripped the Torrential Tides box. Love that card. I kind of have this like sort of semi matched. Yeah, but nothing against the set. Like, I really like a lot of the art. It's just not for me. So I will continue to collect the old stuff and just kind of limit what I buy from now on. Got some Speed Robo games up in here. The Escaped Alien card. These are just memories. A lot of this is just memories. That's me burping. That's not me tearing up. Bittersweet though, right? Look at that. Look at that artwork. Yeah, so not even really into the gore. I don't know. There's just something sweet about these old cards, and it's not going to be like that anymore. So I shall move on. Just some magic. And I'm not here to just show off the binder. I'm here more to talk. Yeah, so some of the most popular videos I think that have hit the channel were the Netflix cover of MetaZoo, which was really cool to see them promoting it. And it was just sort of like, wait, what? A random appearance from Mike. Yeah, we've had a lot of good streams. I have absolutely enjoyed the feedback from the community. Y'all make me feel like a lot more important than I think I am for the community. I think there's definitely a lot of going back and forth and pointing fingers at each other and just kind of tearing each other down instead of kind of building each other up, which is what I think the community needs more of, instead of people telling each other what to think and what to do. But that's neither here nor there, you know. This is kind of irrelevant to anything that has happened recently in the community or within the games, right? The new game's fine. It's just not for me. And if the point of the channel was originally just to kind of prop up and show that there are people still interested. There's still new fans coming into it. You know, this game could grow. You know, all I hear is it's not going to happen. So, and maybe that's the realization that I need to finally have, is that war is not going to happen. You know, we've seen the leaks. The card sounded really amazing. You know, I really do hope the best for them. But the channel's always been about the community, such as KBDX Tokyo, who graciously sent me these. Comic-Con. Look at that. That's sick. Got KBD in there with all the cryptids and the illustrated card packs. Let's see what we got here. I got a handful of some cards to kind of go through. But yeah, we had, you know, catching cryptids. We've had fun, my man. We've had fun. Funkle Slumpkin, my guy. We will always be in touch. You're my boy. Metazu Menace. I hope, honestly, and I really hope that a lot of us stay in touch. I will be within the community. So, Metazu Menace. I appreciate you, Metazu Menace, always. I'll be commenting. I'll be giving you all my hype points. Look at that. Pube Squonk. KBDX Tokyo. I hope everything is well with ya. We got this one from Jay Worry. Shout out Jay Worry. Metazu Boca. Man, not enough Metazu Boca videos. We need more Metazu Boca videos. This one's cool. Rygo. Auction number 1. 4th of July. Valentine's Day. Got it. Had him open it. Signed it. That was cool. Good memories. That'll go in the binder. Cryptid Keeper. I know your card's in here somewhere, right? Oh, where's your card at? Where's your card at? Somewhere in here. Cryptid Keeper, I have no idea what happened to you, but man, it's been a pleasure. I know I have your cards in here somewhere. Maybe it's in the binder. It's probably in the binder. Brooklyn, always saying what's up. Good guy. Zealous TCG. Look at this. Content creators going absolutely all out. Please stop giving things away. You don't need to do that, you know. We don't need to give things away to each other and incur a bunch of costs, you know. But this is highly appreciated. Thank you. Always hold on to this. Frostbite. Yeah, I got my keeper card in here somewhere. Deleted itself. Just kidding. Here's some other random cards that these are cards that I have propped up. It's not like the grade's amazing. If I can get it for crazy cheap, I will buy it for crazy cheap. But yeah, in the community, we've had tons of memes. It's been good time with Lordy Cardboard and everyone. Metazu Josh. I mean, there's so many people that I could mention that maybe I'll do like a recap, but you know, all those videos are on the channel and accessible. That's cool. Hero Quest UFO, Blister UFO. I mean, if it's at or under grade price, why not? You know, I need to get a better display case going. So yeah, one of the other videos that I will do is FrostbyteLabs entire collection, all slabs, all boxes, one of every product. It's going to be insane. Probably it's going to be one of the longest videos, probably because I'll keep getting stopped and ranting about what I think about it and how cool it is. But I have so many Metazu collectibles at this point. I would love to just kind of take inventory, see what there is, put some things in better displays if possible, instead of just throwing it in a box. Again, I think I got this for like $5 or something ridiculous. It's just, okay, I'll take it. Love Frogman. But yeah, we had the push-up challenge, the MetaZoo push-up challenge. For anyone who didn't know, MetaZoo push-up challenge was, I think it was more around the time when it was bankrupt, and we were just trying to show that there are a ton of hungry fans that love it and wanted to come back, even though there was a plethora of people just saying it was trash, it was stupid, come back to Pokemon. I could rant and rant. Rip and Chill Features was mainly because there were so few people putting out content that I started just going and searching MetaZoo for the past week and covering all of the content. So if you're interested in who was making content at the time, with the exception of very few people, which I'll name right now, Nick Strength of Pokemon, didn't really cover him much because everyone knew. Umu was there making content, and I don't know if there was anybody else that I didn't cover. For the most part, I tried to cover everyone. So those are back on the Rip and Chill Features, just fan meter. I just love the cosmic stuff. And then Grim Reaper, beautiful card, holding the baby, because within life there's death. It's very dualistic. It's like it's kind of like a yin yang. It's sort of like a symbol of the yin yang. Love it. Hope they don't change it. And then the Mothman Marathon, right? Mothman Marathon was cool. We had everybody. It was to support the new MetaZoo. 2020. This was pulled on our New Year's stream. It was the last day of 2024, and it was the last pack. And Funkle Slumpkin, I think this was on Funkle Slumpkin's channel. December 31st, 2024, last pack. He says he has a couple more packs. I grab a few blisters to match him. And lo and behold, the 2020 Lady Luck. Absolutely amazing. I love things like that, right? It's that happenstance that you're not really sure, you know. And really it's just numbers adding up, coincidence, whatever. Very cool, very impactful and meaningful at the time. I thought it was a good sign. Humble Dumple, this one ended up almost getting bulked. Didn't know, I actually don't know where to find any of the serial rares anymore. So we have 18 of 20 Humble Dumple, Cowpod 11 of 20. Keeping it. I don't want to sell it. I don't have any reason to sell it. And I might be picking up some more here. And this I actually found, just picked it up from a random vendor. Just so happened to have this in the bulk. So there's the 4 serialized. And then randomly a Pikachu. I had to have one of the modern Pikachu, Chunkachu. Super cool card. I have a bunch more slabs, but these are pretty much what I display. And, you know, I got some other stuff that I just pick up if I can get it for $5, $10. What else do we have here? And yeah, offline, you know, work has just become more and more demanding for good reason. Having lots of work, being employed is great, and when you're needed, you're needed. So I will do that. I will focus on more work, honestly. I mean, this has been a little bit of a distraction, the channel. Also focusing on just my health, you know, trying to find some more time to work out, do some more push-ups. So I'll be doing my push-up challenge from afar. Got a beer ski pack. He's supposed to sign the new zoo pack, or the new zoo Bigfoot. Got a TMX over here. Let's see what we got. Some TMX art. TMX Comics. So yeah, just, mental health. Maybe having less projects. I'm absolutely addicted to picking up new projects. It's insane. So look at all these art. I didn't even know I had all these. You can't Lechuza your community, but you can Lechuza your friends. Look at that. Mothman, TMX Comics, shout out for these. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. But for now, they'll stay in the bag. And yeah, just collecting a lot less. I don't need to collect anything, honestly. I'm not going to collect any new Pokemon, Magic, new Zoo. I might continue to pick up OG Zoo. I'll most definitely still pick up OG Zoo. What else? Maybe some Pokemon, maybe some Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe some Digimon. Maybe just kind of go back to some throwback items. And also, I just want to get back to playing more OG Metzu. I think this is a little bit distracting. Anyway, the phone ran out, but that gave me a little bit of time to grab some more cards so I can continue to rant or continue to document the journey. I forgot where I was. I just want to get back to playing OG Metzu, maybe. Yeah, I've been wanting to go through all the decks that we currently have and just bling them out. Bling them out as much as possible, play a little bit. Even grabbed a bite to eat real quick. So I'm a little off kilter now, halfway into the video. But yeah, just going through everything. Ultimately, I want this to be a celebration event. The last stream where we rip all the Rip and Chills. I have the Rip and Chill box down here too. I have like a box that I've always thrown a bunch of stuff in, and I have no idea what most of it is. So maybe we'll go through that today. But yeah, there will be a collection video coming. There will be one more Rip and Chill video coming. There will be a live where we rip all the Rip and Chill envelopes, and that's going to kind of be like an Ask Me Anything type of thing too. I'll cue that up in the next Rip and Chill if anybody has anything they want me to talk about on that. But otherwise, all the videos are always going to be available. I'm going to keep the channel up. I probably won't be commenting through it. I might comment through it here and there, but for the most part, no more videos after those. And then potentially, the collection video and maybe one more, depending on something else that's outside of this, but yeah, we also have one more Rip and Chill box that never got sent out, was unclaimed. So I would like to give that to Lordy Cardboard because he's been good to the community, having lots of fun, creating memes. And without that, what is the point when there's not much to talk about anymore? Look at these two Men in Blacks. A little bit different coloring. All right, so excuse me. I think I'm like really full. I like burritos. You know how I am. Falling asleep here. Let's see how to wrap up. Let's do, what did I say? Behind the scenes. So one thing that I'm sure there's some people that would like to know where the name FrostbyteLabs came from. Anyone? Yep, so the name FrostbyteLabs, believe it or not, came from a name generator. YouTube name generator. I was going through the list, I saw Frost, I saw byte, as in like gigabyte, and labs, and I was like, that's a cool one, let's go with that. So that's how FrostbyteLabs came up. It's not like I was a big Frost fan or anything. It was just a pretty sweet name. What else? Let's see. Where would you find all the archived content? Well, I'm not going to delete it. I'm not going to delete the channel, y'all. So it'll always be here in case you ever want to look back. I looked back at a couple live streams and I'm like, should I keep it up? Should I not? And it's pretty entertaining, honestly. We cover a lot of things that are not relevant anymore, but just on, for the history, it's pretty cool to see. And then as far as where you can catch me in the future, I will be in auctions. I will be possibly at a collecticon here and there. I will potentially be at an OG tournament if those ever pop up. OG Zoo tournament. Maybe some kind of event in the future. Who knows? But that's where you would find me in the future. Look at all these. I always sleeve the gliders because they're a little more rare. But yeah, let's see what else. How to wrap this up. Again, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all the interaction of the channel, especially Escaped Alien, shout out, Cryptid Keeper, MetaZoo Menace. So many. And yeah, it's a little bittersweet for me, but it's time, It's just not the same. Fortunately, it's not the same zoo. Look out for something that'll be happening with this box soon. But otherwise, I think I've done enough rambling here. I probably lost my train of thought after I ate. But at the end of the day, channel was just for fun. I was trying to prop up OG MetaZoo and show that fans do exist, and they'll probably continue to exist and pop up for the small community of us. I hope everything works out. I don't think it's all about prices. I think it's about the idea. And look forward to seeing what MetaZoo's all about, honestly. Hope everything works out. And I hope you do well. A little bit of somber of a video, but again, my people, much love, much appreciation. Please look forward to that next Rip and Chill, which will set the date for the live stream, which will be, may or may not be the final video. I'm not sure what order, but anyways, it's coming to a close. Thank you all. Much love. Peace.